Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for a light and fluffy cottage cheese cheesecake. It's made entirely from scratch. My baby is playing with the dishes. Ugh, stop! Shh! As some of you may or maybe you don't know, the Jewish holiday of Shavuot is coming very soon. Shavuot this year starts on Motzei Shabbat, so it's right away after Shabbat ends, we bring in the holiday. And Shavuot is hands down one of my favorite holidays. I love it. However, I have a difficult time with all the dairy food. I am the type of person where I would prefer to just have a Greek salad with a little bit of feta sprinkled over the top rather than dessert. I don't have a sweet tooth. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, and I find a lot of the cheesecake recipes out there are very dense. You know, I cringe a little inside when I see a cheesecake recipe that has like 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks cream cheese in it, plus the sugar and, you know, whatever else is in it. It's just, I don't know, it's not something that I would really want to feed my friends and family. So what I love about this cheesecake recipe is it uses blended cottage cheese, canned pineapple, and whipped egg whites in the filling. So it's very light and fluffy, and it has a great flavor, great texture, and you can top it, you can decorate it, and it's just delicious. So let's do it. So here's everything I'm going to be using to make this cheesecake. For the crust part, I have just some regular granulated white sugar, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, baking powder, butter, and 2 eggs. And for the filling part of it, I have cornstarch, vanilla extract, this can of pineapple. The recipe actually called for crushed pineapple, but I didn't have any crushed pineapple. I did have this, and it was the amount that I needed, which the recipe called for 19 ounces, so this will be close enough. It is getting blended anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's sliced, crushed, or those little pieces. It is getting blended, so it doesn't matter. And then I've got this cottage cheese from Costco. It is 1 kilo in total. The recipe calls for 3 cups, so I think it is going to be a little bit extra left over, but that's okay. And also 3 large eggs. These will get separated. The white part will get whipped, and the yolks will be added in separately. You gonna make a cake with me? I'm gonna make a cake. We're gonna make a cake. I am going to get started by whipping the egg whites first. In terms of workflow, it just makes sense to me to do it that way because I can start off with clean beaters, do the egg whites, and then not have to wash them in between. I can just set them aside and use them to mix up the main batter. So here, as you can see, I'm separating the 3 eggs, the white from the yolk, and I just give it a little visual inspection to make sure there's no shells or any blood spots. I don't usually find blood spots on these commercial eggs. I just get the eggs from Costco, so they are usually no problems with them. I wish I could buy like free-range organic eggs, but unfortunately in terms of kosher, it would just be a nightmare because I know I would be finding blood spots a lot and have to throw half of them out. This is what we're dealing with right here, this one. On a completely unrelated topic, having nothing to do with cheesecake, look how cute Sardalia is in her little shoes. She has rather chubby feet, so it was a bit of a challenge trying to find her shoes that would fit. But these little Birkenstock style seem to do well. So as you can see, I have finished whipping the egg whites into stiff peaks, and I'm just going to set aside the beaters until I need them to mix up the main batter, and I'm going to put the egg whites in the fridge until I need them. I'm adding in the 2 cups of flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. After I've added in the dry ingredients, I prefer to not use the mixer because I find that it can cause the flour to kind of fly everywhere, so I just use a spoon and do it. I'm just greasing my pan with a little bit of coconut oil. I'm not going to bother washing this bowl. I'm just going to go straight to mixing the filling in it. I got most of the dough out of it, so.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you.
So there I've got my crust all pressed in the pan. I realized after the fact that this pan was only 8 by 11 and I was supposed to use my 9 by 13 or 8 by 13. I think it's 9 by 13, like the standard glass pan, rectangle glass pan. Yeah, so mine was slightly smaller than what the recipe said. So I just removed some from the pan like you saw, and I'm probably just gonna make it into like in a muffin tin or something to make little mini ones. I don't know yet.
Hallelujah.
I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah. I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us,
Some vanilla.
me and
The 3 egg yolks that we saved. Now I'm going to add in the whipped egg whites. I'm going to start my dairy oven, 350. So the mini cheesecakes are done. I'm gonna leave those to cool. So my cheesecake is done. As you can see, when I took the aluminum foil off the top of it, it kind of took the top layer of the cake off as well. I just scraped it off and kind of put it back on the cake, but it's a little ugly. So I think what I'm going to do is just put some coconut whipped cream on it, and we'll just cover it up.